Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at BNB. We haven't looked at this for a while, so we got a few things we need to discuss within the chart, but it was playing out pretty much towards what we were looking for this 5-wave move to the upside, this potential green move that we got marked out here. But before we get into the analysis, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Always interested to hear from you guys, so let us know, do you think that we are in a new markup phase, or whether you think we still have lower to go within these moves? Okay, let's get into the price action here. So what we were looking at is the potential that we could, there's a few options still. We haven't managed to actually break back above this 317 zone yet. So technically speaking, we could always look to break down still, though it is looking likely that we're going to get some extension to the upside here, and we are going to look to break this high point. Though for as long as we stay below this high point here of this, let me get this on here. This 398.3, it is possible that we could always extend to the downside, and it is possible that this 5-wave move here could either be part of a completed correction. If we look at this slightly different, instead of looking at this as an ABC into this low point, we could potentially look at this as an A, and then we could be getting a more complex flat correction for a B wave here, and then we could look to push down for an additional C wave after that. So what that would be looking for effectively is that this into this low could be a wave, up into this high for a B wave, and then we look to break down for that C wave. So we need further confirmation. This 5-wave move on its own doesn't mean anything. What we would want to see is, if we do get this play out, we want to see that confirmation for moving down in a 3-wave move as a support and finding support basically, and then looking for continuation to the upside in another 5-wave move. That's what I'll be looking out for this. So let's go into the smaller time frame here, into the 1 hourly. So initially we were talking about this being a 1 and a 2 into this low point, and then actually looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here for this wave 1. Now within this there's a couple of options. It's hard to say whether we have a 5th wave that's potentially extending here, or whether we have or we're still within this 3rd wave. So we need to give this some time to play out and see if once we start to get a bigger corrective structure within this move, it's actually then we can look for this 4th wave playing out. So it is possible that we could be within this structure, could have completed into this zone. But it is indicating to me that we most likely have this additional leg to the upside. So I just actually need to change this degree down because it's in the wrong degree. But this 5-wave move that we have here to the upside, effectively what we could be looking for within this is that this 5-wave move could actually still have one leg to the upside here. And what that would be looking for is actually looking to target out this 323.9 to this 317.7 area. And if I have a look within the structure here, we could argue that it's completed, where this is a 1, 2, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've had extension in our 3rd wave here as well. So this 3rd wave could be here, this could be a 4th, and this could be a 5th, in which case this would mean that we're potentially looking to break down, and actually this 5th wave is here. However, it is also possible that we have a flat correction in here, or we're going to get a zigzag for a 4th wave, and then we actually still have this push up to this 32.9 to this 317.7. So that's sort of the target zone I'm looking for. This 5th wave, as it's marked, would be invalidated by dropping below this 291.7. And this whole move would be, basically, if we drop below this low point here, if I just find this there, this 278.5, then what we'd be looking for is actually that this is potentially a completed move here, and we could be looking for a deeper retracement for this 4th wave. So this 4th wave, this current zone here, which I got mapped out, this 287.3 and this 278.0 area, that would actually be a retracement of this area. However, if we didn't move up to that red box zone, if I just actually drag this over, we'll get this right on the top here. If we actually started to drop down from this zone and we didn't have that additional push to the upside here, then it's actually possible that we could be looking at a slightly different target zone. That target zone would be this 283 to potentially as low as this 275. I wouldn't really want to go much lower than that. We can also argue that we might have a shallower correction in here, and we could be looking to hit maybe only higher up towards this 236, but this zone here of this 382 and this 0.5 there's some previous structure within these zones, so it is possible we could look to move back down here. This 382 would actually bring us back into this range of testing some of these support zones, so it is possible that we could look to come back down into this zone, test it, and then push back to the upside. So that's what I'd be looking for here. If we do start to break down deeper within this move, what we'd have to be on the lookout for is the fact that we could still get some extension here, where this is actually a 1-2, and then we could additionally form, if this is obviously a very bullish structure, if it does play out, we could look for this to potentially come back down for another 1 and a 2. This is obviously looking just for some potentials for breakouts. So if that is the case, and we're looking for this continuation where this becomes a 1-2 and a 1-2, and then we're starting to form a bigger 5-wave structure from this point, what we'd be looking out for is, if I come into this low here, let me come into this low point there, and I'm going to treat it as a completed one. Obviously this will adjust slightly if we move up, but if we actually do start to break down and we come deeper, and potentially we come down towards this 274 zone to all the way down to this 254.8, it is possible that we could still look for this upside potential here in a different structure, where this becomes a 1-2, this becomes a 1-2, and then we look to carry on to the upside in a bigger 5-wave move. So if we do start to actually break down here deeper towards this 274 zone, it is possible that we could be looking for a setup for some additional upside here. So with all that said and done, we need to wait for confirmation of this fourth wave here to the downside. What I mean is we need to find that support in this zone. If we do manage to find support here, we could be looking for a leg to the upside. And if we do move down into the zone, there's not much difference between the 50% of this fourth wave and the 50% of this whole move. So basically we need to just be careful as to which one it is, because if we do find support on that 50%, it could either be that we are looking for a fifth wave and then that could complete, or alternatively we could be setting up, like I said, for that 1-2, in which case this next 5-wave move here could be the next leg to the upside, or the start of the next leg to the upside, and then we'd look to find support and look to push and carry on to the upside. But like I said, for as long as we remain below this point here, which is that 398.3, it is possible that this could just be a corrective structure as a B wave, and then we could look to move back to the downside. Alternatively, we could get something formed here where we have this is an A wave, we form a zigzag formation here, and then we still look to break down. So we need to just give it a bit of time. If I come onto the daily here, there is still potential that we could look at this as a triangle on a bigger scale, and this could then play out as a 5-wave move, retrace for a 3-wave move, and then we look to make another zigzag. That would invalidate by crossing this 398.3, unless it was becoming an expanding triangle, which is they're not very common, so I wouldn't be really looking at that as the primary option. But with how this structure has played out here, it is possible that we could actually have this as an A, a B. We could look to push up higher for the C wave, then we would look for a retracement for that D wave. So basically, if I just drew this on, basically looking for something like this, where this is an A, B, looking potentially to form a C wave, D wave, and an E wave, and then this could look to carry on to the downside if this does play out. So there is a few options here. We need to see how this 5-wave move reacts from here and how we get on with it. If we do get a deeper retracement in here, it's possible that we could be setting up for another leg to the upside, though we need to wait for confirmation, and really till we cross this 398.3, there is still potential to actually break down from this move. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope everyone found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback in the comment section down below. Always happy to hear back from you guys, so yeah, just drop something in there. In the description, you'll also find a link to the Discord. why not come and have a chat with us? It's free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff. We'll be happy to help you out. Okay, everyone, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care out there.